셧다운. OK저축은행 프리온대 광동 트릭스.
Yeah, what is the AD carry of choice? Quite a few bans have come in.
I like Xayah.
It's not my favorite, but Xayah into Kai'Sa has been, something that dates back a really long way. Jace to consideration. That'll mean that the Corki's going into the hands of Teddy. Hovering for now, and there is the lock-in. So, Yehu going to be playing the Jace, something that he has played quite a bit in Challenger, and of course, he is the man that has to do the magic damage, so needs to be hitting these spears. Let's do it. Let's jump into the rift for game number 1. As Morgan is going to walk out of the brush and find the Cassante as a bit of a Shurima off there towards the top side. Young clearing out the Raptor camp first, heading over towards Scruggs, putting rocks down and stuff, having a good time. He's also taken the Dark Harvest as well. Kind of love that. As we can see here, 7-2 is the win record here for Jace. Feels like it goes back to when Showmaker and Chovy were both playing a lot of mid Jace, kind of catching teams unawares. Might have a secret one.
Might have a Renekton-only account. Or several.
He's played like 29 Skarner games, 33 Rumble games, 27 Twisted Fate games, but he's played 7 Renekton games. As in goes Karis. Does find a nice explosive charge, but there's to the skies from Yehu.
Pretty even trade, I think. Yehu got a slight edge there.
Grubs are starting to go down. We could get some dots onto that turret, but it's not quite there yet. And it's been a while. Dread was the last one to play it, actually, on Nongshim.
It's typically hard to dive a Cassante, but between the Renekton and the Talia, they do a pretty good job of it, so Rascal could be in real trouble here.
Well, he's going to try and catch this wave. There it is. There's the flash forward. He could not react in time, and first blood goes to the Lord.
So well played by Morgan. Zero opportunity for Cassante to do Cassante things, try and outplay. The setup was there. The setup was good. And look at the lead in this top lane right now. Kill in the pocket of Morgan.
I would say so. And a Weaver's Wall coming on in as well, as you can see. Young starting this one up. Polu tanking the turret. Flash out from Yehu, though. And now Polu finds himself somewhat isolated. Does have an anchor to get him out of there. But that was a dive that was more optimistic than it could have otherwise been. But we like this. This is Bro making proactive moves. Whether they're successful or not, we do not care. They're just doing things.
Proactive?
Oh, yes. Rady proactive.
I'm looking for some Rady proactivity.
Well, Teddy's going to try and turn this one onto Samba. It was looking okay for the Bro AD carry for a little while, but it didn't quite work out. As speaking of not working out, Sponge going to get flashed away from. So therefore, no more Samba's flash as, okay, here we go. Pleta getting closed in on. He survives for so incredibly long. As now Teddy trying to get some work done here. Somehow, the Nautilus makes it out to safety, but that is going to be a Drake secured by DRX. Still killless so far in this game, but they're doing okay on the objective. Dragons, 3 minutes on the next one. As Hook, max range here from Polu, finds the combo, and Killer Instinct is exactly that. That is such a dead Nidalee. Well, we got a teleport coming in towards this bottom side of the map, and everyone is closing it. DRX, they want to get a kill, and they want to get a kill now, but Morgan is just dodging everything, cleans up the minion wave. They cannot do anything right here.
I don't think he dodged that shock blast.
A while to get to, and Bro are in a really good spot right now.
Yeah, and the problem is they really need to set up for these objectives. Like, they're not just a team who are like, oh, enemy's doing Dragon, let's just run in and engage. They need to lay down the poke, they need to set up.
Ooh, Spear going to miss here as Weaver's Wall does get Young out of there. Pleta diving forward. Sidestep from Polo is quite nice. DRX not going to be overcommitting or anything like that.
Yeah, I think Bro not ready to go for this or respond.
Now making his way over. Dominus at the ready has been popped. There's the combo! Thrown into the blender as Rascal. It is going to be Soul Point, but can DRX make it out? The answer is yes, because they've already managed to kill Karis, and Morgan is just lumbering towards them. Sponge trying to make his way out. He's not going to be able to do so, but the rest of DRX pounce on the stragglers and take down Polo. An even trade, and they get the Drake, and they're this far behind. Absolute win. Kind of the right idea, especially against Karis and Samba, although Samba, a little bit of magic damage in the build. Now Polo just getting some vision down. Crashdown is going to be what he receives, though. A Seismic Shove doesn't quite do too much, as both of the supports will be taken out. Karis trying to land some shots, vision being cleared left, right, and center.
Yeah. Even if DRX loses this fight, if they get the Dragon, it's still massive.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the focus right now. So, Bro, you need to start the fight before the Dragon gets low.
Well, there's the hook from Polo, but they don't commit onto it. And now Morgan off to the side. Weaver's Wall comes in. Polo going to be moved so far It's actually a very weird series of events there as the spear's not going to connect. And DRX, they don't need to hyper-commit towards this one. As Teddy taking a little bit of damage from the poke. There's the hook, the seismic shove, and the tank is just eliminated. Polu taken down in an instant as well. Don't know about that one, as they do have at least a 4v4 on their hands. But I think the Cassante was a little bit more value. And now Morgan, no Dominus this time. Sponge looking for hooks, looking for a steal. Remember, this is still huge. If they're able to get in there, there is the engage from Pleta, but the dive forward from Morgan. He gets it, he steals it! Oh, it looks so close to perfectly played from Bro, but it doesn't work out. Zamba's still going to be able to execute the Corki. And Yehu trying to run away, a double kill now. All right, Rascal gonna face check. There's the hook. Once again, it's the seismic shove, but this time only down to 50%. Karis also suffering a very similar fate as Polu, down very low also. Some heals starting to come in now as a hook once again. Polu doesn't exactly have the friends that are quite there, but still it's a beautiful use of the seismic shove from Youngjae. Polu ready once again with another hook. All right, Rascal dashing towards the Merc Wolves.
I feel like DRX have the edge here. They're 9,000 gold down, and I feel like they have the edge here.
Yeah, and it's the poke. It's the fact that they cannot get in there, and you know Renekton's so incredibly kiteable just in general. Morgan just can't seem to really find an angle.
Oh,
and now Polu, he's in once again. Morgan once again slowed down. He flashes though. That's going to get him on top. But they deny the kill. He's down to his GA. Rascal finally is dead. Pleta taken out as well. And Yehu thrown into the blender. That is going to be it as Bro find their team fight. And Karis with the buster shot will secure the ace.
They managed to come through. The gold lead was too much to overcome. They get a solid
0, 11, 100% kill contribution from Youngjae.
Yeah.
The best loan I have ever seen. The interest rate, absolutely absurd.
Like, this is the best loan we've ever seen in the LCK.
That is a savings bank right there. Thank you so much, OK Bro, for showing us how a loan is supposed to work. It makes so much sense. They're going to take down the Nexus turrets, and despite there being a Hextech Soul on the enemy team, that does not stop your Nexus from giving 50 gold to Bro. Well, thankfully, we've got the guys over at the space. They will tell us exactly how it happened. As, yeah, Teddy doing a lot of damage, but none of it was really effective damage, right?
And now for their pick to kind of reveal where the Talia is going. And it looks like they might go for this way. They will lock that in. So 8 mages in the mid and jungle. And a bit of an artillery composition from DRX.
Ooh dear. Oh dear. Didn't quite work out, but this time around going to be a different story. Morgan going to try to be that brick wall in front of his team, but a very similar idea with how this composition works to what DRX had last time around. See how it goes. Hop into the Rift for game 2. And we also have a slightly different bottom lane here as well, as Youngjae going to find Sponge. This little trap is very cute. Crashdown comes in as Morgan in so much trouble, and he's got Ghost. He doesn't have Flash. He can't get out. That is First Blood set up beautifully by DRX.
Bit of extra momentum for the jungle clear, definitely nice.
Yep. See Apollo and Samba waiting in that brush, but Teddy and Pleta taking control pretty comfortably here. Still, the wave. As we check out the replay once again, this was what Morgan could see. He was like, yeah,
Morgan's point
going in.
That's so brutal.
Yeah.
I
think he's just like, I'm dead, I'm dead.
And he was right.
Yeah. In a lot of cases.
I like how
be spotted.
Sponge backed away from the red. He's like, oh, it's warded. I don't want to be seen doing this. Unlucky. You're going to get seen doing that.
Yeah, kind of liking how Polo's been playing here. Just lying in wait, finds the Zenith Blade here. And Pleta lit on fire and is forced to flash away. Teddy trying to offer what he can back, but you see, Pleta can't even really tank these volleys with a health bar that low.
Yeah, I think that will be the build this time because it's fleet footwork. You know, normally with the assassin build, the opportunity, you see Halo Blades.
Well, Spear going to miss here as Karis taking a lot of damage. There is the ultimate, but it's not going to quite finish him off. Still, yeah, just fine. Yep, Karis just trying to clear the wave as best he can. Polo moving on over. Spear connects onto Pleta, but he is looking for an engage angle. They do find the chain CC onto Polo, who will have to flash to get himself out of the way. There's the ulti, tanked by Karis as Polu is going to get taken down. A beautiful shove. And Sponge going to be able to collect another one.
Undoubtedly, Polu probably said, get out of here, bro.
Well,
kind.
you know what our feedback was for Bro? They didn't take enough dragons. Do you know what they've done? They've taken all the dragons.
They have done that.
So to be honest, I think it's actually a huge win.
Or even just flash. Like, that's the thing with Nautilus Soul. You can flash it, but you'll still get knocked up.
Yep.
So we're going to be cut out for Polu in this one to really be finding the lockdown so everything can follow up here.
It's whether DRX can get themselves down there, especially if Morgan gets picked off right here. He is pretty tricksy. Doesn't have flash, though, as we knew from the earlier First Blood, but he can run pretty fast. And Pleta unable to actually find the Magnet Storm at all, and therefore Morgan will be absolutely fine. So Bro able to weather that part of the storm, and it is just going to be this outer turret taken down. It might be Soul Point traded, so Bro lose 2 turrets in that exchange, and this Drake hasn't even been started. They get the cleanse out of Teddy, but that is about it.
Yeah, not really going to be in time to contest this Drake, I don't think. Actually, looks like they will make it. The wall over, the resets, the TP coming in.
So that he can be that front line, be that tank for the team. The threaded volleys starting to hurt, though, as the Drake going down low. Pleta moving in, Frog precasts the Dominus, finds Samba here, who has to flash and cleanse to get out of the way of this one. Pleta keeping the Dragon concerned, but he might actually have to get out of there. You can see Morgan just trying to coax him over the wall, and the curtain call is now going to be fired through. Teddy just free hitting his Frog, keeps the vision alive, but he goes down so incredibly low. This Dragon is just ignored. It is so confusing that it's standing there right in the middle, but Bro, they will be able to get that Soul Point in the end. What a very weird series of events in the end. Took a fair bit of damage there, as we can see. Frog now looking to close in onto Morgan, as down towards the bottom side is Yahoo. Walls are definitely a big deal for Morgan, but not if he walks past where they're going to be.
This is very risky.
But still, they have so much vision available. Pleta knows exactly what's going on here. Yahoo actually closing in as well, as Polu in an unfortunate position. The rest of DRX are closing in. Polu doesn't have his flash available either, but the arrow is going to connect onto Teddy. It doesn't matter. Still Sponge locking down the kill onto this Leona, as Polu was just, wrong place, wrong time, and not able to clear out that ward. So pivotal.
Yep, good moves from DRX there. They managed to push back in and regain control. The bot play a little bit ambitious, trying to collapse on the Udyr. Opening up.
Curtain going to be called here. Is Samba going to have to try and sidestep that one? Morgan just going to boop him. There it is. Was it a bait? It wasn't, because Morgan runs real quick and gets himself out of there. Magnet Storm going to be invested, though. Okay, never mind. They have a lot of long-range damage. Morgan has some shielding, has some running, but he is eventually going to go down. Karis doing a fair bit of work to Yahoo, but still not going to save them there. That big one actually starting to hurt. 4-1, the turret score here.
This is where it gets delicate, though, because what we typically see in a game state like this is DRX will commit vision and effort towards the Dragon, and Bro will just immediately go towards the Baron and try and drag them away.
Yeah. Unless Young Jay just gets caught out. He's trying to dash out of this one, but there was nowhere for him to go, and that is the jungler eviscerated. And Young Jay is pouncing on in here. Morgan gets full information as to what's going on, but the smite is going to ring true. That will be DRX locking that one down.
And now
Bro not able to get towards the Baron.
Yep, they've dragged them over here. You know, the Dragon was a little slow, but they bring them over to contest.
Arrow. Oh, no! Actually flashes into the arrow, and now Polu finds it, but he's so far forward! Samba can't get in there, and Polu, unfortunately, just goes a little too far. Morgan looks for that opportunity. Teddy's going to cancel the curtains. But Bro, they lose their support. Justice for support. He was right. Right now, it's looking like blue side is just completely overpowered in this particular series. Kind of ridiculous how both games have gone very similar. As there's a solar flare. Here's the opportunity for never mind. Polu once again, not a lot of follow-up for these engages that he's trying to start. And he's got his own shield that he can put on as well, so it's even more confusing. Well, now he's going to get shoved back, and now he's taking real damage. Spiraling Despair going to come on through there. He is still able to survive for a really long time, just sidesteps, but it then explodes. And Bro now have to deal with these curtains that are being called by Teddy, and you can see Sponge getting on in there. This is possibly an over-aggression, but who's able to take down Polu. Bro with the left, the three of them that are remaining are just going to get magnetized together by a Pleta that really wants some revenge, and that is just the ace. It's the wipe, and Bro can't get a kill this game, and I think it's over.
I think that might just be game here, and beautiful, the Q flash from Pleta there to predict their flashes. DRX, the composition works. They managed to find Bro, catch them out. Morgan isn't tanky enough. And honestly, just a great performance, a great bounce back. And the lesson here, don't pick Nidalee.
Don't pick Nidalee and pick Taliyah. And Bro knew that. They wrote the script. They're the ones that won with it. And then they decide that they'll give it over to DRX.
And it just felt like a very controlled game, and it just ended so quickly on the back of those series of picks.
Indeed. Chose as their 2020 skins. So that's kind of cool. That is exactly what they're going to lock in. Nautilus makes his way all the way through the draft, and Pleta is allowed to play it if you would like.
Yep, and I think it makes sense to pair it with the Kai'Sa. The Leona matchup is tricky. If you get in melee range with Leona...
Well, looking forward to seeing whether they can actually make it work out here as DRX. Much more keep it simple composition, much like they had in game number 2. See whether it works out here in game number 3 as well. Let's dive onto the Rift for the final game of the day.
They'll win Worlds and they'll be like, yeah, it's another good day to be a Bro fan.
Yeah, they'll be like, free on fighting. As, all right, we've got a hook almost connecting there from Pleta. But in the end, it is just a lost trade. So that's a bit sad.
Yeah, nice dodge away there from Karis.
I feel like there's a bit more variation now, maybe?
Well, the thing is as well, you think like, okay, so let's say we get something new and different. TF. I don't like TF, you know?
Yeah.
So.
It's beautiful. Sponge going to be taking down some more grubs here. Managed to get 6 in game number 2. And is looking to try and replicate that here in game 3. DRX with a slight gold advantage, but nothing really to write home about. But they also have the first dragon, Cloud, and then...
Ocean.
It'll be Ocean, yeah. Umpty was the last one to get a win. Just under a year when he played it against Peanut on Gen G. And in fact, was that that amazing game where Bro managed to just beat Gen G out of nowhere?
Yeah, it must have been.
Haven't seen too much from him just yet after the flash does come through. But he's level 8, does have those curtains available.
A Sponge.
Okay, not sure about that one, Karis, as he's now looking for the buster shot. They are able to get in there. Oh, it almost kind of works. It's a 1-for-1 as Pleta flashes forward to get some knockups, and now Teddy dives in with the killer instinct. It's a double kill for the Corki. Polo going to get hooked back. Yahoo has no mana, but he does have the ability to auto-attack, and that is what's helping out so far. Envy presses the barrier button, but look at this. Look at the amount of auto-attacking that's happening here. He cancels one of them. That is not exactly what you want. And now a curtain has been called. Teddy almost just in lethal range there. As you can see, Envy looking for the opportunity, but does not quite get there. And he's able to wrap himself around. And it looks like Teddy might even be able... Oh, so close!
He doesn't even cancel the recall. Stone Cold.
Managed to get Fleet, I think, on that last auto as Polo's dead. And now Yahoo is on a killing spree.
You know what? Whether it's Vi or it's Nautilus, them and Taliyah just works.
Yeah.
It just works. You just can't point and click, and then a big damage combo to follow up.
But I feel like no one would want to play the Taliyah because its name isn't like Yasuo or your name.
That's true.
So it's a little bit harder to get that one to work out. Or Renekton. I don't know whether you see as much Renekton either.
It did reset, actually. Oh, and a TP's coming in. They're going.
Yep, we're looking for it. As there it is, Bowling Ball comes out. Doesn't really find too much there. A Seismic Shove also not going to find the mark. And there goes Sponge. Pleta going to get pulled back as Teddy, what was that? Dives into the backline, finds the pickoff onto Polo. Is now Frog trying to get out of there, but Teddy not going to be so lucky. And it's mid laners that are eating well tonight. It's a double kill for Karis off the back end of that play.
Yeah, really good move, capitalizing on that play, the lack of flash available on the Taliyah. And it looks like our scoreboard is experiencing a little bit of a delay. It is not currently 1-4 in kills, but we can see it's been not quite equalized. 4-5 scoreboard, the old school one.
Yep. Seen that one before.
Yeah.
Yeah, or they could give it up. They do have the first couple of Drakes, but it's a Hex Tech. It is high value. As they know, even though they couldn't win it, that's the double shove that they were looking for. Still taking a while to get the kills, but finally Polo does go down. All out onto Frog, though, brings him towards this dragon, as Morgan will be the one taking out Frog. So close to death, but will be able to survive. And Envy, nothing he can do to stop this one. That is Soul Point going over to DRX.
Yeah,
They have to win this team fight.
all summoners up right now. Everything available. All comes down to this.
Yep, Pletter is going in. Morgan getting thrown around like a ragdoll and then just eviscerated. Look at this, the Crocodile slice and dice and getting the heck out of there. And now Bro are trying to do the same thing, but Teddy says absolutely not. That's the triple kill. And they say, we do not need the Hextech Soul right now. You guys are dead. We'll take a Baron and we'll look to ruin your base. Bro now certainly find their backs to the wall. As, all right, Pollux misses absolutely everything, and now we've got a base gate coming in. Morgan trying to find that opportunity, dashes forward, gets the all-out onto Frog, but Frog says, I don't mind if I do, as he dashes around. Once again, sacrifices his health bar, but once again, it is more kills to Teddy. And DRX are looking to break open the base. Circling the drain right now. Of course, miracles can happen. They are possible. But I don't know whether one is happening today for Bro. It does look like this one
Feels like a big ass.
is DRX.
And you can see them trying to defend, but Super Minions pushing in bot. Mid won't be too much behind. Wall comes to cut them off. This could just be the tower taken.
Yep. And Pletter going to Hex Flash over the top of it. That is going to be the guarantee, though, on another inhibitor. And despite the Dredge line not landing, it does not matter, as DRX just need to follow these Super Minions as they head towards the Bro base.
And now you're trapped under your Nexus towers. Every time a minion gets hit, everyone's getting slowed.
Yep. And now we're probably going to start seeing Bro start petitioning for best of ones, because DRX, after losing the first game, coming back in back-to-back games afterwards, just really proving that not only are the drafts looking cleaner, but their tenacity on the Rift looking fantastic. As I say that, Sponge is just going to get tidied up. Frog has to walk away from the bowling ball, and it's not going to be over just yet.
Once they've got Baron, it's going to become even harder, and they can just play for... Oh, no.
Yeah, and now Young Jake going to have to break his arm guard here as the Weaver's Wall comes in, and that should be the last one. Kill goes over to Teddy, because of course it does, and Frog keeps the Baron busy. They'll move back towards it. That should be the guarantee, of course. Just kill the jungler, and then take the Baron, and that is absolutely everything here for DRX. In the meantime, the minions kind of winning the game for them.
Yep, and you have a choice here. You can just end with the Baron. Baron plus the Super Minions is going to end it. Or you can go for the Elder.
I think go for a reset, go for Elder, and then go for another reset to spend the gold that you just earned from Elder, and then you go.
Oh, but no, but then Baron.
But then Baron's coming back up again.
Baron again.
So yeah. And then you have to kill the inhibitors again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or you can just win the game right now, which is what they're looking at. Yeah. Curtain call coming on through, and Frog walks menacingly towards Envy, and Envy says, okay, sorry. And Morgan is just getting incidentally killed by DRX. The Nexus is just going to fall down. That is the triumphant Corki dying on the fountain, but it does not matter. Huge grins on the side of DRX. A very happy Teddy, as we said before. As we have a look at this, a lot of damage for the Corki. I was actually half expecting Teddy to be doing a little bit more, but as we can see here on the side of Bro, really not looking good.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Dear for the POG interview translation, joined by Sponge and Plita on the side of DRX, who defeated OK Savings Bank Brion with a 2-1 score. Congratulations! What a great start for the summer. How do you feel to secure your first victory? We came here thinking we're going to win today. I feel like we didn't really perform as well. We underperformed, but despite that, I'm happy about the victory. And Plita, I'm so... it's a lot more... I'm much happier that I'm able to secure a victory on the opening week. And Sponge, in the walkout performance, you declared jungle gap. You did so well today. Are you happy with how you did today? I feel like, yeah, in game 2, I was able to display some jungle gap, so I'm pretty happy about that. And Pleta, your written message was empower support rights. What did you mean by this? Before I joined the LCK, I played some different roles. And I feel like lately, supports, they need more support. I feel like we're able to empower support rights by playing well and
겸손하신 것 같습니다.
being
클레더
able
선수
to
지난 스프링
prove that
성적이 좀
supports
아쉬움이
can
많았을
make a
것
difference.
같은데요. 스프링 결승 때부터
And I feel like I have a lot more room for improvement for sure. And last spring's results might have left a lot to be desired, but we heard about how much hard work you put into this practicing this since the finals.
받지 않길 원했었고 저희가 이제 서머 때는 약간 마지막이다라고 생각을 한 사람들이
We
되게
feel like
많았는데
this summer is
뭔가 다들 열정도
almost like
되게
last chance
신인
for us, and I feel like
저 포함해서 열정도 되게 넘치는
the
것 같고
rookies,
그리고 저희가 서머 때 잘
including
해야지 이제
myself,
내년에
we
계약할
are
수 있지 않을까.
pretty
다들 좋은
passionate and we're
사람이고
pretty
또
fired up for this season.
롤도
I
다
feel like
잘하기
we have a lot of
때문에
good
다 같이
people,
하고 싶어서 좀
a lot
연습도
of
일찍
talented
시작하게
players
됐고,
in our
롤드컵
team.
진출이 다들 목표니까
I think that's why we were able
빨리
to
시작한 것 같습니다.
start practice so
롤드컵
early, and that's
진출이라는
why
목표를 가지고 팀원들이
we are
똘똘
so
뭉쳐서
fired
열심히
up.
준비를 하신 것 같습니다.
And
스펀지
we've been
선수
practicing
오늘
since.
레넥톤 탈리아를 가져간 팀이 모두 승리를 했습니다.
And
두 팀의
Sponge.
두 챔피언의 시너지가 굉장히 좋은 것 같더라고요.
The team that took Renekton and Talia won all games, and it seems like these two champions have pretty nice synergy. And after the defeat in Game 1, we noticed that you guys were blind picking these champions. So what were you trying to fix? I feel like we noticed how something that we were preparing didn't really go as well as planned in the actual game. So the coaching staff actually gave us proper feedback right away. So yeah, we believe that blind picking and taking these picks would let us win. And Clara, in Game 3, you demonstrated some great playmaking skills with Nautilus. And with the team's composition, what did you tell yourself your main job is?
조합적으로 제가
I feel like
이니시를 좀
comp-wise, I was basically in charge of engaging and initiating. I feel like maybe I'm not the only one who should be engaging, but I try to engage as much as I can as a support. I knew that as long as I have confidence when I go in, that I would be able to play without regrets. So I think that's why I try to keep myself confident in game. And so do you think you executed it well? Yeah, I'm actually pretty confident with all the engaged champions this meta. And I think my coaching staff was able to give me really good direction regarding the champions that I'm really good at and I'm confident in.
오늘 DRX의 승리를 보고 정말 기뻐하고 계실
And
팬분들
for
많으실
all the
텐데요.
fans
앞으로의 포부 한번
celebrating
들어보겠습니다. 먼저
DRX's victory, would you like to let them know what your resolution is,
저희가 그렇게
Sponge?
좋은 경기력을 보여드리지 못했다 생각해서 너무 아쉽고
I do believe that we
기대하시던
underperformed today,
것보다
which leaves a
저희가
lot
너무
to be
못한 것 같아서
desired.
다음
But
경기부터 좀 제대로 보여드릴 수 있도록
because
더 노력해서 갈고
I
닦아오겠습니다.
believe that there is more room for improvement, I want to make sure that we could demonstrate our growth next time. And Clara, thank you so much for joining us and supporting us, even at these late hours.
경기력이 그렇게 많이 나오진 않았는데 저희 연습 과정에서
And I feel like today we weren't able to display everything that we got.
좀 잘 나오고 있어서
But despite that, I'm really happy that we're able to win and that we are able to pull through. So I hope that you guys look forward to us being even more successful in the future. And that's the end of the interview from Sponge and Plata of DRX. And back to the space. Thank you.